I don't know. I could do it or not do it because if you're not taking math next year, then I don't really need to. All right. So the first one we have is the the trunk of a tree of a leaning tree makes an angle of 12 degrees with the vertical. Vertical. So like I said, the vertical is a line that is straight up and down. I'll actually draw a straighter line. So this is my tree. My tree trunk. It is leaning against this vertical and it makes an angle of 12 degrees at the top with the vertical. Okay. To prevent it from falling over, a 35-meter rope is attached to the top of the tree and is pegged into the ground. So somewhere over here at the top of the tree, there's a rope that is attached and it's going to be somewhere near the ground. So this rope is 35 meters. So the next piece of information is if the tree is 20 meters from its base to its top, calculate the angle that the rope makes with the ground. So this is the base of the tree, and this is the top of the tree. What would this measurement be over here? 20. So this makes 90 degrees because it's a vertical. So I need to figure out the angle that the rope makes with the ground. So I need to figure out this guy over here. Does anyone know how I'm going to be able to do that? So we'll label this angle, label this X. So would anyone know how I'll be able to find that angle that it makes with the ground? Olivia?
You do the first, you solve for the vertical side of the second triangle first.
Yep. So how many triangles do we have in this diagram? Two. Okay. The smallest one gives us the most information to solve for the height of that vertical. So I can solve for, let's say, I'll label this guy Y. So if we use this triangle over here, which I'm going to color in black, what information do I have to find Y? Olivia? Yeah. So I'm going to use angle 12. 12 degrees is my reference. So as Olivia said, my slanted side, 20, is going to be my hypotenuse. And the variable side, which is Y, is going to be my adjacent. So what has adjacent and hypotenuse? Cos. So cos 12 is equal to adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. So I know my adjacent side is Y, and my hypotenuse is going to be 20. So how do I leave Y by itself? Ashton? So I'm going to multiply both sides by 20. So I'm going to get 20 times cos of 12 is equal to Y. So we're going to be doing it to one decimal place. So what's 20 times cos 12? 19.5? So it'd be 19.6.
No.
So if we have 19.56, you would round it to 19.6. So now I know that my Y has a measurement of 19.6 meters. So now I need to figure out how to find my angle X. So this red triangle over here, I have enough information to find angle X. So if I use angle X as a reference, is 19.6 opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? Opposite. And what's 35? Hypotenuse. So what has opposite and hypotenuse? Sine. So I'm going to get sine of x is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine x is equal to 19.6 over 35. So using your calculator, how am I going to find this angle? Abby.
Divide 19.65.
So you can do that, or you can just leave it as a fraction, but what button do you have to press on the calculator? Second function. So is equal to sine inverse of 19.6 over 35. And wherever we are finding an angle, you're always rounding it to the nearest degree. So what would we get? Sine inverse of 19.6 over 35.
34.
Yep, 34 degrees. Therefore, x is equal to 34 degrees. Is everyone okay with this? Okay, next question. So I got the airport in Godrich, Ontario has two runways, one with a length of 1525 and the other with a length of 915 meters. So the beginnings, do I not have that question on there? Is there? So the beginnings of the runway meet at an angle of 37 degrees. So I'm going to label this guy as A. So this is the beginning of the runways. And when they split up, they make an angle of 37 degrees. So one of them is 1525 and the other is 915. So you can pick and choose which one you want to be 915 and 1525. So obviously I will pick the longer one. So this would be 1525 and this would be 915 meters. And it's asking me to figure out how far apart are the runways at the end. So just given the information and what we learned the past 2 days, which law would you use to solve for this equation, to solve for this problem? Remember, you have two sides and an angle in the middle. Cosine law. When you have two sides and an angle in the middle, you're going to use cosine law. So based off the angle that we're given, what side are we going to be technically solving for? Side A. So if you look at the three different equations of cosine, what is my formula to solve for side A? So A squared is equal to what? Yep. Yep. Read up.
Would be a squared equals squared, b squared half 2bc.
Yep. Okay. So which one is B and which one is C?
Oh, sorry. What I was looking at my own.
Okay.
Which 915 is B.
Okay, and that means 1525 is C. So all you're doing is literally plugging in numbers. So A squared is equal to 915 squared plus 1525 squared minus 2 times 915 times 1525 times cos of A, which is what? 37. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do 915 squared, which is a ridiculously big number, and 1525 squared, which is another big number. So that's 837,225 plus 1525 squared, which is 2,000,000. 2,325,625. And can someone tell me what 2 times 915 times 1525 gives me? This guy right here. Jade?
279
279
0750.
0750. Okay.
Does that first number have a 3? Is it 837?
837, yeah. Okay. And then cos 37. So what you're going to do first is you're going to add up these two numbers first. So can someone do 837,225 plus that 2 million number? Yeah, it's big numbers. Mine too. Okay, 3 million. So 3,162,850. Okay. Okay. So what some of you were doing yesterday, which I noticed, you guys are doing 3 million minus that number in front of cos, but you can't do that because that 2 million in front of the cos is attached to it. So you can't just subtract the numbers together. So you have to do 3,162,850 minus whatever 2,970,750 times cos 37 gives you. So like I said, some calculators can do it all in one shot, or you can do it differently. You can just leave the 3 million alone and then figure out what 2,790,750 times cos 37 is. So I'm going to see what it gives it to me if I do it all in one shot. Okay, and can someone tell me what they got? I want to see if they got the same answer as me.
37210. How much was it? I got 93405.
Yep. Yep. So it's 934,057.9503. And to get rid of the squared in the a squared, what do I have to do? Square root.
Wait. You did that number minus that number. And you got that.
Because you have to do the number that's first minus 279,0750 times cos 37. This guy over here is one singular number. So you cannot do it. Yeah, you can't separate them at all.
Sir, how do you do one decimal number?
Okay, that number then do cos times cos 37 first.
Yes.
I got 93405.
Oh, I messed it up. Oops. 934. Well, it's only 4 decimals.
I got 966.5.
966.5. Yes, Emma. Hello.
Can I show them here or no?